easy go.
Hey, what do you do, YouTube? You already know it's your boy SMTD Jersey here, and as actually even the title is a story time. Shout out to my boys in the SMTD clan, but also shout out to my boy. I won't say his name, but he got a nickname. So basically, when I was in 2nd grade, I was a full cold-blooded killer, as the people in SMTD will say. I'm a cold-blooded killer. But like, let's basically, okay, so the gameplay in the background, let me go ahead and say that, it's from Brawlhalla. It's a free-to-play sort of Smash Bro type game. Okay, that's the gameplay in the background. Basically, what had happened is in 2nd grade there was this dude I did not like. I didn't vibe with him. Back in like elementary school, I used to be like one of the smartest kids, and like anyone who was like who acted really dumb, I didn't really like too much. Like, we just didn't vibe. We did not vibe at all. Like, there was something about him. It was just weird. But basically, whenever we would go to lunch, we would always do something to each other. Like, first time that anything ever happened, we was sitting in the lunch line, and he tapped me, and I said, "Don't tap me." And he tapped me again, and I said, "Don't tap me." And he tapped me one more time, and I turned around and clocked him. That was the first time we ever had any issues, right? That was the first altercation. It got worse the more and more altercations we had. We had about 5 or 6, to the point where he got moved to a completely different class. But I found out that I was moving. So like, I wanted to do something dangerous. I wanted to end it off. I wanted to end our relationship on a good note. Alright? So so that whole beginning, like, okay, so all the first altercations weren't in 2nd grade. They were before 2nd grade. And then in 2nd grade I found out I was moving. So I didn't want to have him being my enemy on my conscience, right? So I was like, okay, so I'm gonna try to fix it, right? And he just started acting more and more arrogant. It was getting on my nerves. So like, I was just trying all of 2nd grade. I'd helped him study. We done pulled his grades up. Right? Cause he used to come over to my grandma's house all the time. So we were like, I want to say like childhood rivals, like Naruto and Sasuke, sorta. That's sorta what we were. Basically, I guess that's what you could say. We were somewhat like that. Like, we were always like away from each other, but like at the same time we were always trying to do something to like mess with each other. But basically he decided to prank me, or not necessarily prank me. One time he was at my grandma's house, and it was I don't know what was going on, but my grandma and him decided to prank me. So I went upstairs in my room, and they locked the door on me and put a chair in front of it. And back then, in 2nd grade, a chair, that was probably more than your weight. So you really couldn't do nothing about it. So I was kind of locked in there. And had nothing to do. I was locked in there. So that's when I decided to go full on devious. But like, I really didn't have to do what I did to him. But basically, everything fell apart right then and there. Once that happened, it's a wrap. GG. I was done. We wasn't being friends no more. Once he pulled that on me, we wasn't being friends no more. Couldn't happen. But basically, after that, I started pulling a little bit of pranks on him, and I'm known for doing pretty dirty pranks. I'm known for doing some pretty devious pranks, like putting dead fish in people's pillowcase. But this is when I came up with that prank idea. This is when all the pranks started. And yeah, my pranks got worse, which is what my next story time is gonna be about. The time I pranked my manager. Y'all gonna have to wait a whole week to hear about that. It was a great prank. But so my mom basically told me what day I was moving. So I was like, how can I end it off on a bad note since he wanted to prank me? It's like, what can I do to make it all worse, right? We were going to lunch, and I was like, I'm gonna hit him right in his nuts. So I went back, swung my lunchbox back, hit him square in his nuts, and he had the audacity to swing at me. What? Me? Oh no, baby! You best believe it all ended. He swung at me, so I swung back, right? And we was going at it. I picked his ass up, slammed him on the table, and then I got sent to the principal's office, and I went home. Didn't think anything of it, right? So I'm a junior now. It's been a pretty long time. It's been about almost 10 years, close to, since I even heard about this. And I didn't even remember this even happened until I was working one day at our state's amusement park, and a dude in a wheelchair pulls up on me and asks me, "Do you remember me?" And I was like, "No." And he said, "Don't you remember me slamming me on a table?" And I thought about it, and I was like, didn't I slam somebody on a table in 2nd grade? And I was like, oh, you're that kid. And he goes, yeah, after that, he got sent to the hospital, and he was paralyzed from the waist down. It was over. I slammed him, and he was paralyzed. Boom. That's pretty much it. That's all that happened. But I didn't know that one little prank was gonna end up going off like this. I ended up paralyzing him. I mean, we cool now, I guess, if that's what you want to call it. We cool now, but like, it kind of happened. It was just a crazy experience. It was just so weird. But like, I texted him that I was gonna make this video idea, and he was like, go ahead. He's like, go ahead, tell him how I got my nickname. That's what we all call him. Everyone at his school call him Wheelchair, because he got slammed on a table, and now he's in a wheelchair. I honestly feel bad, but at the same time, I didn't mean for it to escalate like the way it did. He knew that he swung at me, so I have full right to end him. But yeah, that's the story of that's one story of aggressive Aiden in 2nd grade. I don't know if I have any more. I'll have to ask my mom or what I used to do in 2nd grade. But yeah, shout out to all the boys, SMTD gang. That's what SMTD clan. That's what we do, baby. That's what we do. And all they links are in the description as always, with Twitter and Insta. Y'all should go follow those. Subscribe to all my boys. Subscribe to everyone. And then shout out to my dude Wheelchair. Shout out to him. That's my dog. And that's basically it. So it's your boy SMT Drizzy here, signing out. Peace out.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the that you love me.